Welcome back to race mode, and today we have for an invite a friend, and we got some other kinds of this one, and I don't need to lose amount of money. We're still in a level 69 driver as well, and because of this we're gonna be doing this for the very first time, as we're teleporting into some other kinds of a little bit things, as using for 4 laps at Sebring International Raceway. As we're back into race mode, as we're gonna be hit all the way to 3 million credits in some other one terms that we're gonna be doing for a little bit for a first time. If I'm just gonna be doing for a little bit for this one, unfortunately other kinds of players has joined into this racing as well. We have 9 drivers and 10 drivers as well, as looks like we're gonna be doing for this for a very best time, in order to make things even a little bit for this one as well. And because we're going to be using for the Nissan GTR Gran Turismo mode, as literally even this is going to be slower than the Supra that we're going to be heading on to the load around for this game. And looks like we're teleporting inside of the Sebring International. So all you have to do is going to be choose the car, and we're going to be doing for a little bit for just only one thing, as most likely is going to be this one. And we have a last few couple of seconds before I might gonna be using for the Honda NSX GT1. I think this is absolutely for pretty much yet. So let's gonna be using for the Nissan GTR, and exactly we're gonna be using for a Gran Turismo Sport. Inside, how is this possible is gonna be going on. If this is what absolutely they use a Toyota Supra, we have the R34, but I guess right for our last 40 seconds. And about 48 laps on the 4 laps as well. And the rules expectations will be so absolutely taken for all of this one. The class is GT500. There are no modern GT500 cars won't able to get coming out onto this game. So it looks like inside of the Sebring Grand Prix will be taking us for literally ready to do this. Like I never able to say, we're going to be battling throughout with no music as well. If I'm just going to be turning off, how impossible that is, just absolutely that I never able to say. Now I'm going to be using for some kind of a little bit for this one, and we're going to be about to ready to go. And looks like we're on our way into it's going to be turn off the music as well. So it looks like we're going to be using sequential mode. And away we go in 5 flights, and away we go for just a little bit for one time. So it looks like the GTR 34 is absolutely putting ourselves into the lead. It's not going to be taken for all over to this race competition. So how about this? It's going to be very hard to choose from kind of race cars as well. So it looks like in a decent lap times we're going to be going inside of this way. So I just absolutely took the lead down into its front. I think some other guys just absolutely started to break around rules. Now I'm just going to be taking on to the PG Motorsport and getting all the way for just going all the way up. It's very nice. It's not taking for just a little bit strategy, but no one is in the back. It's going to be taking around for this only one-sider. So it looks like in some kind of a race mode, let's blast it all the way around through right here. And unless, because absolutely I must handle for the lap times as well. And it's going to be taking for a little bit easy as well. Let's going to be taking all the way down into its front. As you can see the sun here, we just might never able to take around for huge corner cuts all over to this place. Because it is my guide to get all over to this one as well. So it looks like we're not able to take all over to this allowance. We're just going to be going up into the straight until the last few couple of laps we'll be trying to do like I say. If this wasn't absolutely pretty such a one strategy as well, I might never absolutely try to say that the top speed it was. Once I put up for 7 seconds of penalty, looks like we're just absolutely pretty bad at lap times as well. And because I didn't able to hit around for the 4th gear about this huge amount of things as well. And because of this absolutely trying to take all the way for this one. And because if I'm just going to be having a lot of penalty for this one, I'm not pretty sure that these guys are just on the case. In my case, for just a little bit front, but all over to this side is going to be taking for just a little bit. So only just a little bit for 2 but this. If this is absolutely for impossible like the penalty for serving. And because due to exactly how this a huge violate things as well. And because it looks like we're just absolutely taking for, even for the first lap, And second lap, the best lap is going to be trying to make something even more serious. Even this is not absolutely a very good start. So our first one is going to be taking a little bit for a slowdown. In my first race mode, it's going to be taking for a little bit of K, but I'm pretty sure that I might be able to do this alone. If this is but absolutely what happened into this yesterday, it looks like we're going to be taking all the way into the fourth gear and make this play into this one strategy, I guess. But our last two laps is going to be taking for its one strategy that we've never taken all the way back into this one piece. This is absolutely taking for a very slow. I'm not going to be taking a little bit sure. This is not going to be making more nonsense as well. This is where in this corner, that just corner cut it for a very long time. But due to a recent of 7 seconds of penalty, it wasn't going to be pretty good as well. It looks like I must do for a really fast lap times, whatever we just never able to see like this before. Before I just reaching about for a 5th gear as well. Let's blast it all the way to 3rd gear. 1 minute and 46, which is absolutely thankfully, which made things a little bit, of course. I'm getting all the boat down into its one front and blast it all the way into the night we have came from. And I saw the Supras I just made itself driving even backwards. That we weren't able to do like this before. We're going to be doing for a little bit for going up chance. And this is what I'm absolutely going to be doing for a last final lap. If this is not going to be whatever to take it all the way for around for this. If this is not going to be taking all to this way, because I just absolutely taking for a little bit more serious than what I ever expected that I just never able to see. Or just going to be two like this. And it looks like every guys on this other kind of corners, I got 7 seconds of penalty. I mean, because of this, like this one, and because of overfall, we're just going to be going up into this one. Because to receive onto this penalty note, and about for just only recent weeks ago, for just a little bit for going all over the way for the sides. And I was doing for a literally faster lap times than I ever tried to see. The good thing is that we're going to be taking for only one step closer into the finish for a front straight. So it looks like we're just going to be taking a little bit of amount of things. Like I'm never able to see for just one thing just going to be checking for just going to be getting a little bit for one night. But the first thing that I ever top speed will be exactly for enormously 180 miles an hour. The last thing that we're going to be trying to slow down, and it's because this is absolutely major like these things as well, and blast it all the way to 158 miles an hour. Looks like we're officially in a level 70, so it looks like we're going to be taking around for a slow amount for this one. And looks like we're just absolutely taking for no choice at all, and we have the final lap straight. So it looks like we're going to be taking around for a 3rd gear, and because it's only one thing, we're going to be trying to do what is left. And since it's absolutely trying to make it all the way around for this huge mistake, we have a huge major spin out. Oh no, we just absolutely turning our engine off. It looks like somebody just absolutely made things a little bit worse. I think we just absolutely warm up our tires before it won't be absolutely necessary at all. Once we just slightly finish in first and pole position, and let's check the other kinds of drivers as well. It looks like the Toyota Supra is widely in 2nd place and about to hit the walls and before corner cuttings as well. And because of a huge amount of penalties for a various one thing, this has got to be so serious as one thing. So it looks like this is going to be for one looking strategy as we finish up in 2nd place. And looks like he's in the final lap. I don't know where that is going to be taken from. It's going to be taken for a very long time. But how some other kinds of people were never able to survive in the Sebring International Raceway as well. Once we just finished about 7:38.681 as well. Looks like there must be some kind of just a very worse, like I was never able to say. The best lap time wasn't absolutely pretty quite of nice. And the next thing is the GT3 lap times. And we have only 9 drivers left. So I suggest I'm in the level 70. But looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit pretty good about reaching up to a level 100. This has got to be so outlaw for this. Started to get retirement for this one. But there's no things. It's just such as one thing. It's going to be using for a Formula 2 we're absolutely using for a generation 2 in about for this 1 decade. We just absolutely never gonna be came to this one. As using all, whoa! We just absolutely using for a wrong vehicle. I think who's somebody just absolutely using for GTE. All Corvette C7 CR1 as well. I think we just absolutely did a wrong car, because I'm sorry for this is absolutely going to be taking for a very wrong time. I thought it was the GT3 class. Now he just absolutely made things a little bit longer to start for a sequential transmission. A getaway start with a Corvette C7R. And it's exactly how this is going to be getting away from this him and all of the other kinds of players are just trying to get all over me for just a little bit once. But last time in GT3 lap times, it's not for a GT3 lap times whatsoever, because they suggest they try to get me as always. It's because of this only one strategy that the Mercedes-AMG GT3 is absolutely way more times as well. And that should put me into a second place as literally going to be giving myself back. And all I have to do is going to be taking around for this huge amount of revenge by using GTE cars as well. So in the first sector, it was absolutely pretty fine. Which is absolutely to take it all the way for this using for 5th gear down into 4th gear, and this is going to be absolutely to take a little bit for going whatsoever. This is absolutely the GTE lap times is going to be very a little bit perfect. It does not able to get matching around for this vehicle, but only if we decide in exactly how that back of the vehicles and other kinds of other drivers as well are pretty not intensely very good at lap times. All of the Corvette C7Rs and back there, they weren't able to get for about to do this. They just ramming in charger and doing for this other kinds of racisms for all over this place as well. And because of this only one strategy, we'll make it all the way to our most likely fastest lap times on Earth by using the Corvette C7R as blasted all the way. Where are the no kinds of... There was no pro players anymore, because all of a sudden it will be absolutely taking for very much time that we're going to be taking a little bit slower, and most likely we're going to be taking onto this going to be yellow line to cut all the way for this onto the 3rd gear. And looks like the GTE lap times does sound pretty good, and looks like this sounds some kind of very easy what is going on. Even to try professional started to get a little bit tired, but all the way then to the sudden into a complete stop for all the way down here into its one thing. So it is not going to be one problem that I just meant to say. If this is absolutely going to be taking all the way down into its front, it's going to be taking a little bit of turns as well. And we got ourselves a wall tap as well. And because of this, some kind of a little bit wall hit for just a little bit. Now let's going to be trying to hit our 5th gear and blast into the 6th gear as well to get all the way down here into 195 miles an hour. So let's going to be slowing down for whatsoever. So this is not going to be taking for a little bit as much in the scary turn. So looks like we just absolutely made things a little bit perfect and get all the way to 6th gear without going to be making ourselves for overtaking for this much. If this is absolutely going to be taking for much necessary, all of these pro drivers are absolutely trying to catching up for me. If this is not very good as possibly as well, and because I thought this was never going to be trying to do like a GTE lap times. I thought it was GT3 lap times, but in seeing at the back, it wasn't absolutely for indeedly like this one. And because seeing like these recently, it looks like we're going to be taking on to itself, we're going to be taking a little bit slower, and about for a recent for trying to get for a little bit of 2nd gear. It looks like we're going to be into the PG Motorsport mode. Trying to hit around for the 4th gear, it's 5th gear as well, and it's not going to be taking all over to this one as one piece. Inside of the Corvette C7R's onboard view, looks like we're going to be staying all the way around to do like this, and hit the apex as really fast as possible. But it looks like we're just absolutely made for a hugest fastest lap time, whatever it is. Let's try not to take all the way around for its all the gap on the bottom as we try to make onto this one straight. If this is absolutely taking for its most likely the super attack of the for this literally for this only one thing. The Corvette C7R is absolutely going to be taking a little bit much faster than I ever expected like this one. So it looks like we're going to be hitting out for the 100 board. I might almost going to be heading out to the bad luck as well. if this isn't possible as well, looks like if this is absolutely kind of to take around for a world advantage, my fastest lap time is 1 minute and 37.246, which is absolutely the world's most fastest lap times, whatever you're never able to see like this. And looks like we just absolutely see one Corvette left behind. It's because this is one strategy to take around for this only one for crazy like these things as well. And blasting the way into the finish. And finish in first place. And other kinds of One Piece. So I have to turn up the music because to do something kind of just a little bit of One Piece. And two Corvettes are just absolutely taking for officially in the lead. Because of only one thing, I come up able to turn off the music for automatically for all the saves. Looks like we're going to be taking for this battle between the two. And made our way into the finish as well. Looks like we just absolutely for our last couple of GT1s as well. I think we just absolutely made for it's a huge major mistake. They are in the final lap, and this one is gonna be for doing like this one. Plane Crasher 2135 is in officially last place by himself, and because he took around for a massive corner cuts in about 10 seconds. Oh my gosh, that wasn't literally really good about this. Once everything is absolutely okay, except Plane Crasher as well, ZA10K has been DNF also. Looks like we just absolutely finished under 5 minutes as well. And thankfully, we have to return back home into the lobby as well. And because of this one, and we just absolutely return back into the menu as well. That is it for this video. If you like for today's in some more race modes as well, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click the bell. And this is absolutely all it. And because I'm in a level 70 for this time. So thanks for watching. That which will reach our concept signing off. And I'll talk to you guys into our next video. It's not pretty possible that is going to be making things for various lately as well. And because Shure out, over and out for just, I'm not pretty also like I say.